in a band and want to get more gigs at festivals and just gigs in general? If you are, then here's a few tips for you to help you get more gigs. So I'm at a festival about to play with my band, and it just sparked an idea to create a video to help other musicians to get more gigs. The promoters for this festival in general, they book me for about 20 to 30 gigs a year, so it's quite a lot, and it's through reliability. So here's a few tips for you. Number one, from the get-go, ask questions. Make sure you liaise as much as you can via email with the promoter, the person that's booking you, so that you know what equipment to bring. So check out if there is a backline, and if you need your own microphones, or if they supply microphones, microphone stands, if there's guitar amps. If you're unsure, then just bring all of your band's stuff. There's nothing worse than turning up and not having the equipment that you need and potentially having to rely on using other bands. It's not a good place to be in, especially if the other bands say no to you using their equipment. They're not obliged to let you use their equipment, and they've not done anything wrong by not letting you use their equipment. So be prepared and ask questions. Number two is reliability. If your set time, if you're playing a festival and your set time is midday, and the changeover times are usually very quick at festivals, about 15 minutes. So if your set time's about midday and the changeover time's at quarter to midday, don't turn up at quarter to midday, turn up an hour before that. So turn up at 11:15 so that you can be ready, be there in time, speak to the sound engineer beforehand, and be a lot more leisurely. And you can also explore a bit as well, but you also don't know how long the loading is, how long you have to walk, especially at a festival. So be prepared, be reliable, and make plenty of spare time available. It's worth noting that if you are running on the minutes, or you're leaving it right till last minute to get there, you probably will not get any more gigs from that promoter, because it just causes them stress. So be early. And the third and final one is liaise with the sound engineer when you're there. Become friendly with them. They're there to help you. They're not your worst enemy. They're there to help you. They want to make you sound good. But if you're just rude and awkward with them, then they probably will purposely make your sound bad. If you're polite, please, thank you, then they will make sure that you sound good. They are there to help you. Sound engineers are there to help musicians and bands sound better. Don't be awkward with them. Here's the bonus tip for you. When you are setting up, set up your stuff backstage or at the side of the stage so that it is already ready for when it is changeover time. And also make sure you don't go into the stage or anywhere near the stage when the act before you is performing. It's just rude. Gigs like this, festival gigs, something that comes in really handy is portability for the quick changeover times. I just run an amp modeler. Amp modelers nowadays for guitars sound identical to tube amps. The only difference is you don't feel the amp behind you, it comes from the monitors instead. But the technology is so good nowadays that it is worth risking it for the portability, and it makes it a lot easier and quicker to set up on gigs like this where it's a very quick change over time. Anyway, I'm going to go and set up for the gig because my setup time is in, well, it's in about half an hour, but I'm going to go and get my stuff there.